Good evening, everybody. This is Merle M. Singer, the Relationship Miracle Worker. I'm here again Monday night at 8 o'clock Pacific Time for Merle's Pearls. I have been married over 50 years to the same man, happily. So I guess I know something about relationships. Well, today I want to talk about some of the takeaways from the workshop that I participated in Dallas, Texas. It was a very successful event. There were 5 presenters. I was one of the 5, and I did a workshop on, what are you afraid of? Clear your fears. And I usually have my 3 steps. One is, one of the places, if you really want to have a good relationship, and let's face it, if you're alive and you're not a hermit, you have people that you have relationships with. They may not be a romantic relationship, maybe a work relationship, maybe family. We all have relationships, and if we all have relationships, once in a while it doesn't go smoothly. So, and if you don't know someone if you're not having a problem with a relationship, you at least know someone who does. But first, I just remembered I touched myself, and I want to show you. This is for my mother. I'm wearing my mother's jewelry today because I can't even see her earrings, but they're there. It's the anniversary of my mother's birthday. So she was born on November 11th, I think. I think it's like 1908. Is that incredible? She'd be like, whoa, over 100. So, anyway, hi, Mom. So back to the workshop that I was at was called Psychic Mediums and Ghosts. Oh my, and I'm not a psychic or a medium, and I'm not a ghost. So I was the relationship miracle worker in the group, and I help people, as you know, with relationships. I can help those relationships with the people that are living. And so it was very interesting having this workshop. It was successful. I handed out evaluation forms, and they said really nice things. And most everybody passed in an evaluation form. So that was nice and encouraging. And in fact, wait, I'll tell you. I'm telling you good news. I'll tell you bad news. I was so pleased with evaluation forms and how flattering they were, and reinforce some things that I knew, okay, this was good to focus on, and that. So, I mean, you learn things. But I thought, oh my goodness, frankly, I could use this for on my website. And guess what? I was so excited reading them in the airplane that I left them in the pocket. And I called, and it's gone. So if you're one of my students from then, send something to me, because I lost all your information. I'm so sorry. Other takeaways, real takeaways from working with the people in Dallas, and some of them came from other places, but it doesn't matter where you're from. Everybody has the same issues. I think people that are interested in psychics and mediums and ghosts are looking for answers in the same way that when people go to church, they want to have answers. They want to know things that they're not sure about. And these people are also looking for answers in maybe not as classic a way. But so it's because they have the same issues. It's that nobody, I think there are a few people that maybe have too big an opinion of themselves. But even people that seem to have too big of an opinion of themselves, most everybody has less an opinion of themselves than they should. Well, I don't like to use the word should, than is realistic, because all of us just being alive, that's that makes you worthy of love. Just being alive makes you worthy of love. Now, what you do with that, that's up to you. But if you go from that point of view, and if you realize that you're worthy of love, then you can kind of relax a little bit, and you can be nice to the other person who maybe is having a doubting day themselves, and you can have compassion and give a little compliment that you are being generous with. You can be particularly nice with them. Or you can just be neutral, but not be negative. Even if they're acting a little out of sorts and in a way that you don't find exactly charming, like maybe they're yelling or something, understand that something's bugging them, and if they're behaving that way in front of you, doesn't mean that it's you that's bugging them. It just happens to be that you're there when something's bugging them. And that's important for you to know. If it's your mother, if it's your kids, if it's your partner, if it's your boss, if it's your sister-in-law. You know, a lot of times we assume people don't like us when they happen to be shy. Other times we assume they don't like us when they really think we don't like them. Other times we think people don't like us when they haven't given a thought to us at all. They're so into their life and what they're doing and what their problems are, they haven't thought about us. So sometimes we give ourselves too much credit that every nasty remark and every comment is about us, when in fact it's not. And not realizing that we really are deserving and caring, and we should be the hostess of our life. We should be the hostess or host of all the people that are in our life. And you know, if I have friends over or people over to my house and I'm the hostess, I think I certainly try to be gracious and welcome them in and offer them something to drink or something to eat, or let me take your coat for you, or whatever I can do. Introduce them to somebody else that happens to be there. Anything that would make them feel comfortable. That's my job as a host or hostess. And if we could think that our life was a party or an event, and that it was our job to be the gracious host or hostess, that we'd be doing favors for a lot of people we didn't believe we could be, that we could make an impact on. And we would have much more power in our lives if we used it with compassion toward other people. You would see much more positive, warm stuff coming back. And you would realize that people are really counting on you as one of the people to encourage them, because they need that encouragement in their life. And really, that's my takeaway from this weekend. I have a warm spot for all the people that were there, and certainly the people in my workshop, because it gave me an opportunity to host, to make them feel comfortable, and if I can do that for them and they can pass it on, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? That is the way to bring peace to the world, one relationship at a time. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Anytime that you have a relationship with another person and that you create a good feeling between you, then that's something that each of you can pass on further and further and further. And I'm going for peace on earth. I know it sounds funny, but all we have to do is all of us do it together. So that's my takeaway from Dallas. Thank you, everybody in Dallas. It was a wonderful experience. I had a great time, and I'll be back next Monday night. If you have particular topics that you'd like me to cover, please feel free to send them to me, write them to me, and I will see you next week. Bye, everybody. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Carl and April. Take care. Bye-bye.